course, I'm doing nationals, and officially, unofficially, I was told that my first pro show had to be New York. At the time, it was just, yeah, whatever, you know, but when you really think about it, your first pro show, your first chance to show the world that you could do this, you know, which means sponsors, you know, it just means financial help. To be able to walk into the third hardest show in the country as your first show, as your first showing, is really insane. Like doing a show and standing next to these guys backstage, on stage, it's just a learning experience that you can't even put money on. I for sure know I'm going to get an experience and I'm going to learn a lot from this show. But man, I really want to come out with a bang. Most pros, I do a little bit smaller pro shows in their area, win those, gain some points, maybe get an Olympia qualification, and then go from there. I'm full blown, except for the Arnold, which you have to get an invite, and the Olympia you have to qualify for. This is the hardest show you can enter, and it's my first show. And not every bodybuilder's body is the same, but it's also who works smartest, not hardest. And that's something that I'm trying to do with this prep. And having Aceto kind of scale me back and kind of keep me a little bit more centered is helping. Because I'd already be doing 2 or 3 hours of cardio a day. I'd already be low carbs, and someone who deals with pros, seen pros, been around this game for a long time, knows how really big they are. And I need to come into this show shredded, yes, but I also need to keep my size. And that's something that I always do. I always lose like 60, 70 pounds. And I promise you, I am not big in the off season, like fat-wise. So I'm losing so much muscle on my preps every year. I'm just 2 steps forward, or 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, you know, and that's constantly how I've been doing it. So having someone help me with that and kind of take things a little bit slower is definitely helping. But living out here, why I moved out here, was so that way I can train 2 a days. I want to wake up, eat, sleep, and train, and then repeat. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I've definitely been training more times a day. I've always gone into it where I feel like I've always been trying to win a pro show. But now that it's my job and it's literally what pays my bills and puts food on the table for me and my family, it's for sure more pressure. I have severe anxieties and stuff that get to me, and that's part of the things that I talk about that I have to deal with. Because they're only going to get worse. There's only going to be more pressure. There's only going to be more want for me to get better and better. So with this prep, I'm just trying to be smarter and not harder. Trying to stay healthy and do things right. I'm mentally, I'm full blown. There's nothing that I mentally could be doing better. After it took so long to get my pro card, like I said, I did start to think, am I one of those crazy guys that's never going to make it? So once I did win that pro card, and once I did win nationals, I now have confidence in myself. I never had that before. I just always loved what I was doing. I was gonna do it regardless. What I think I can do is possible. Now everyone's fucked up, because now I'm on a whole nother level that if I was doing what I was doing before with no help, no one helping in the gym, no one helping with my diet, and I was kind of doubting myself, and now I have help and I believe in myself, I don't even know myself what I'm gonna do. So 6 weeks out, and on top of it, we've cut our carbs severely. I got 1 more carb meal in me after this workout, and that's it for the day. They've been really low, but this is what it takes. This is what gets you lean. So we're gonna have to struggle through this workout and try and get it done with 150 grams of carbs in me. Fuck it, right? trying to focus on back day more with squeezing, trying to drive with my elbows. Unfortunately, or however you want to look at it, my arms grow faster than any part of my body. It's definitely one thing I got from my dad. So I actually have to fight using my arms on everything, obviously besides leg day. So I spend more time trying to focus on driving with the elbows and squeezing more than pulling. I try and think about if there's a string on my elbow and I'm just pulling with that string either downwards or backwards. So I even had to stop training my arms for a little bit. I do them every now and then just to keep some blood in them, but I just had to stop training them altogether because it's not a coincidence. My best body part are my arms, and my two worst body parts are my back and my chest. It's just how it is, but that's bodybuilding. Like Arnold said in Pumping Iron, you're a sculptor and you gotta put clay in different places, but with some bodies and some genetics, it's not that simple. It's not just do chest, your chest grows, put that clay there. Sometimes you have to cut back in certain areas because it's overpowering and taking over. I'm trying to really avoid having a bird chest where my shoulders and my arms overlaps my chest. And there's no such thing as too big of a back. I never heard anyone be told their back was too big. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now, is more form. And if you notice, I make the most retarded faces, but that's just I'm trying to get in that muscle and get that mind to muscle connection. And if I lose that focus at all, my arms just take over immediately. And there's been plenty of times where I thought I killed the workout and I wasn't sore at all. And other days where I went really light and just squeezed like a madman and I was crippled and wasn't walking.